Hello y'all, today I'm going to be showing you how to nail stamp for beginners. So this video is if you're new to nail stamping, or if you tried nail stamping and you haven't got it to work, you need to watch this video. So I'm going to start off with a quick unboxing or unbagging. So I picked up this Pardon My French nail stamping kit from Maniology. This kit comes with everything you need to start nail stamping, and they have several different versions. I just really wanted the stamping plate, but they have several different options for you to pick up. So if you're interested in purchasing from Maniology, I do have a discount code for you that I will leave in the description box and on the screen if you want 10% off your order. So these starter kits come with a stamper and scraper. It also comes with a stamping plate and 2 nail stamping polishes. And the good thing about Maniology's stamping polishes, they can be used as regular polishes as well. It also comes with a water-based top coat, and this water-based top coat kind of prevents you from smudging your design, so I highly recommend getting this. And I also purchased their sticky base coat. It's really good for reverse stamping, which I'm not going to show in this video, but I will show it in another video. So I picked up the black and white polishes because those are good staples to have when you're first starting to stamp. And like I said, the smudge-free top coat, I'm excited to try that out. And I'm showing the instructions for the stamper because these are really good instructions for how to clean your stamper. So a lot of people struggle with picking up their image from the stamping plate, and I think it all starts with what kind of stamper you're using. I've never tried a Maniology stamper before. This will be my first time, but it also comes with a little scraper for you to use. So this is the stamper. This particular stamper that comes in the kit is a square, not a square, a rectangular stamper. I've never really used this type of stamper before. I usually use a round one, so I'm excited to try this out. So the stamper is a clear stamper. I don't even know if they even sell any stampers that aren't clear anymore. The best way to apply your stamp so you can really see what part of the design is going on your nail is to have a clear stamper. It comes with a lid to protect, and you can see the stamper is super squishy. It's very sticky too, so this seems like it's going to be really good to pick up images. Okay, so some items that did not come in the kit but I think you should use when you're stamping is a lint roller. You want to get a lint roller or tape. You do not want to clean your stamper with nail polish remover or acetone. That's going to ruin your stamper. So definitely pick up a lint roller or some tape to remove any excess stamping polish off the stamper. I also have this little claw clamp that holds cotton balls. I picked it up from Sally's like maybe 8 or 9 years ago now, so I don't know if they still sell it, but you don't have to use this. You can always just use a cotton ball, but it's very easy to clean the plate with this little clamp thing. I also have this little tin of different type of scraping utensils, scrapers I guess, just from different stamping places. I've ordered from in the past, and I really like to use this one. If you don't have these, you can always use like an old credit card or an old discount card to scrape. If you're ordering the Maniology stamping kit, you will have a scraper that's included. I also like to use this little empty Zoya pump bottle that I filled with pure acetone. When you're stamping and cleaning your stamping plate, you want to use pure acetone. That's how you're going to clean the stamping plate. I'm showing you the plate that I picked up. I'm really excited to try this. When you're first starting off stamping, I wouldn't use a stamping plate like this because the images have a lot of negative space on them, and the negative space images are a little bit more challenging to pick up when you're a beginner. So I don't really recommend this one too much for a beginner, but you can try it if you want. You have to scrape the images very carefully so you can pick up the entire images. But I'm really excited to try this one out because I want to see how easy it is to just stamp on a French tip image. Alright, so before you start stamping, you definitely want to remove the film on the stamping plate. You can see the Maniology stamping plates have a blue film, so you definitely notice that they're on top of it, so you're not going to forget to pull that off. But this stamping plate from What's Up Nails, you can see they have a clear like film on top, so it might not be as noticeable that you need to remove this before you start stamping. So just remember to remove this film before you stamp, or it's obviously not going to work. Alright, so here I'm kind of showing you the angle that you scrape at. You want to scrape the stamping plate at a 45-degree angle. And you don't need to apply that much polish on the image. Just a little bit. You can do like a very shallow amount of polish on top of the entire image, or you can do a thicker amount on just the top. A thicker amount of polish on just the top, and then scrape it down the entire image. So I just do, again, 45-degree angle, one hard scrape, or if you need to scrape it twice, you can do that as well. Alright, so before I clean my nail stampers, I definitely like to try out the stamper first to see how well it picks up the image. And you can see the stamper is a really good stamper. It picked up the image very well. And when you're trying out the stamper, make sure to use a stamping plate that has a lot of details, or a stamping image that has a lot of details to it. You can see that these are cacti. It has a lot of detail in this image, and it picked up every single detail. So that's how you know. If the stamper does not pick up all the details, you need to clean your stamper. But I'm gonna clean my stamper with the lint roller. You can see all the detail that it picked up. So the stamper is actually good to go. I don't need to clean it. But I'm going to show you how I clean my stamper later on in the video. But I'm just going to clean my stamping plate. Again, I'm using pure acetone, a cotton ball, and this little clamp cotton ball holder, just to clean the image completely. And you want to do this after you finish stamping. You also can clean the little scraper. There's not much on here. When I scrape the nail polish, I typically wipe the excess polish on the scraper onto my paper towel, and that kind of cleans the polish off. But if there's any excess, you can clean your scraper with your acetone as well. So now I'm going to clean the stamper to show you how I do that. So again, if you're having issues with picking up the images, you want to clean your stamper. So you're going to take the little squishy part out of the stamper holder, and I'm going to go to the sink. So you go to the sink and you want to use dish detergent and water to clean your stamper. So just rinse it with water, apply some soap, clean it between your hands a little bit, and then rinse the soap off the stamper, and then dry it with a paper towel, and then you should be good to go. You want to try out the image one more time to see if it's picking up better. If it's not, just wash it again. You don't want to use any soaps with like oils or perfumes or scents to them, because not going to clean the stamper. So any Bath and Body Works soaps, you don't want to use those. Any really oily moisturizing soaps, you don't want to use those on your stamper. You want to use dish detergent. Alright, so now that my stamper is dry, I'm just going to carefully place it back in the holder. You want to be a little bit gentle with these clear stampers because they can tear pretty easily, so just be careful when you're pushing it back into the holder. Alright, also when I'm stamping, I like to have a paper towel near me so I don't get any polish on, whatever surface I'm stamping on. So now that our stamper is clean, I'm going to test out this image again with this black stamping polish. I'm just going to apply a thin layer on the stamping plate. Like, I don't think you can tell how little polish I'm applying. You just don't want to apply too much polish. It's not needed. You'll just be wasting it basically. So I'm scraping that. I scrape it once or twice. Make sure the image is fully covered, and then when I'm stamping, you can either do a rolling method or a push down method. It really depends on your stamper which method works better, but rolling method is typically what I like to use. Just kind of roll the stamper on the image, but you can also try pushing the stamper straight down on the image and then pulling the stamper straight up. Just see which one works best for your stamping and what's easier for you to do. So I'm going to stamp this on my lint roller to clean my stamper. And when I'm stamping it, again, I do a slight rolling motion. And you can see the details in this image. I don't think there's much difference from before I washed it and after I washed it, but it's always just a good habit to wash it, you know, to remove anything that might be on the stamper. So that's what the stamper looks like after I've stamped it on the lint roller. Remember, that's how you want to clean your stamper, is to just stamp it on a lint roller, or you can use Scotch tape. I'm going to clean my stamping plate with pure acetone and a cotton ball. Also, I don't think I mentioned, before you use a new stamping plate, you also want to clean it with pure acetone to make sure to get any like sticky residue off, that, you know, that little film that we took off. You want to make sure there's no sticky residue left on the stamping plate just by, you know, going over the entire thing with pure acetone. So that's what I'm doing here. Alright, so I'm going to try this white stamping polish. And I shouldn't have opened this one because I already have a white by Maniology. So, but anyways, I'm going to try out this image I got in my kit. And I'm using their scraper that they sent in the kit as well. And I stamped this image, and I want to remove the parts that transferred that I don't want. So I'm just taking my lint roller again. You could also use Scotch tape, and removing the little extra bits I got on the stamper. With stamping, you kind of want to move as quickly as you can because you don't want the image to dry. Like with the clear stamper, you can see where you're stamping. And with this image, I kind of press straight down on the nail because I kind of wanted the image to be lined up properly, and I don't think I would have got it properly stamped if I rolled it. So you can kind of like tweak your technique depending on what image it is. But with an image like this, it's like you kind of want it in an exact spot. So I'm just centering it where I want it on the nail and then pushing straight down. Alright, so I'm going to repeat those steps. I need to get a new lint roller because this is my last sheet. So I'm moving the excess images on the stamper because I don't want that on my nail. Once I do that, I'm going to center it as best as I can and press straight down. And then before I pick it up, I kind of do like roll it off. So I pushed straight down and kind of rolled it off slowly because I wanted to make sure it stuck. And then I'm slightly tapping the edges because the edges didn't stick that well. I don't know if it's the stamping polish I'm using, but the edges didn't really stick that well, but that's fine. Just gonna lightly tap the edges down. And yeah, so I'm basically going to repeat those steps all over my nails so I can have this cute French tip design. And you can see there's like different images on this stamping plate. Like some are longer than others. So if you have like skinnier nails or longer nails, like there is an image for you. So again, lightly tapping the lifting down, and then I'm going to take my shot glass that has acetone in it, and then my cleanup brush from KB Shimmer, and I'm just going to clean up a little bit, remove any excess polish that's on my skin. And I almost tipped over my acetone, which would have been bad. But yeah, just cleaning up a little bit. There's not too much on my skin. And then I'm going to apply the smudge-free top coat, and that's the top coat that comes in the kit. And after I do that, I'm going to apply a regular top coat because this water-based top coat is really thin, so I don't think it's for like long wear. So if you want to wear this manicure a little bit longer, you want to apply a regular top coat. And I'm going to be using my Seche Vite gel top coat on top of this. That's the end of this beginner's nail stamping video. Look out for part 2 where I will go more in detail on the different types of stamping you can do, such as reverse stamping, ombre stamping, layer stamping. So look out for that video. I'm going to really show you all the different types of nail art you can do with nail stamping. It's a really cool technique, especially if you can't draw or freehand design. It's a really cool way to get some really cool nails at home. So look out for that video. Let me know in the comment section if you have any questions, and like the video if it was helpful. Be sure to subscribe to my channel, and I will see you in the next one. Bye, y'all.